Hey everyone, David Allman here, and I thought I would show you how I make my videos. Everybody has been asking about this, and I've done several videos like that, but I've got an update. So this is my room that I'm renting. See, it's not pretty all over, right? It's not, but this is kind of what you see usually when I do my videos. So the first thing I do when I come in my room is turn on this thing there, which is already turned on. This is the Sling Studio. This is what allows me to do the live switching that I'm doing, that you've probably seen. I'll get more into that in a second. The second thing I do is turn on these lights. Everything is set up, and that's what I really like. So I don't have to set up anything here besides what I'm showing you right now. So I'm turning on these lights. Okay. Now that backlight is also important. Does a difference. Gotta reach here. This is the exercise for the day. My exercise for the day. And then I turn on this light, and I'm going to turn on the main lights, and you'll see that no more noise, first of all. And it's much nicer. Okay. This is the longest video I've done without showing my face, but I'm about to show you right now. Okay, so here we are. This is kind of the view that you usually get, and I was using my phone earlier. Now this is where the magic happens. I did a video a few months ago when I first got the system. It was in another room that I was renting. I didn't have the studio lights and all that, but now I do. I have 3 cameras. I'm using Panasonic Lumix cameras. I've got my main one, which you're seeing right now, and I have 2 alternate ones. I have this one, one on the side here, that allows me to do close-ups. Okay, still my main one, and then I have a third one that I started using recently just for more dynamic angles and just a little more life in those long lessons. And that's if I want to tell you something, I can look at this one and tell you something. Okay, now everybody has been asking about this. What is this thing that I'm doing with my iPad? It's awesome. Is it just an app? Is it? Unfortunately, no, it's not just an app. The app is free, but there's a lot more to it. So this is where I'm going to switch to my phone, so that first of all, so you can see the view that I have. This is my view. So that's the main camera right there. That's what I'm looking at when I'm teaching. See, that's the main one right there. All right. Then on my right, sorry about the light, but you got a big glare, but that camera is for a close-up when I'm playing like that. Okay? So that's for that camera right there. And then on my left, I have an alternate angle right here, and that is that camera right here. Okay? All right, so that's how it works. Now, what makes it works? It's that first thing that I was plugging in. Remember the white thing behind me? That is a hub. I turn it on first because it creates its own wireless connection. This is the Sling Studio, and it basically acts as the thing that receives everything else. Like that, what you're seeing right now on your camera is going into the Sling. There's a hard drive connected to the Sling. It's right here. And everything that I'm doing is recorded on that directly. That means that if I switch angles like this, that is being recorded too. So prior to that, first of all, I didn't have 3 cameras, so I had to move the camera, press stop, record, and then once I did all that, put everything together on the computer, 10-minute video would take me a minimum of 2 hours to edit, at least. Now, a 10-minute video doesn't take me anything at all because I hire someone to do it now to edit. But if I were to do it, it probably would take me, maybe 30 minutes at the most. Okay, so on top of these cameras here, on top of them, and I'm going to switch back to my handheld camera, my phone. On top of these, we're going to walk a little bit here and I'll show you. On top of these, we have that thing right here. So this goes with the white hub that I was telling you. And the camera is plugged HDMI out into this, HDMI in. That's that thing here. This is just a charger. I'm just charging this. I always keep it plugged into my, into that. But it can be wireless, but that's all it is. And this, once it's on, will communicate wirelessly, send the signal, the video signal, to that thing right here. And same with the other cameras. And all that is controlled with the free app. Yoo-hoo! This thing right here. So on my app, this is what I'm seeing when I'm teaching. I see all the different feeds. By the way, natively, the iPhone can also have an app on there, and it will act as a video source. So that's what I'm using here. But if I want to switch to another view, let's say that I want to do this view right here. Well, I can either double click or drag it, and then you'll see on the screen, well, on the video, that's what you see, right? Now, if I want to switch back to another source, I would have to, well, actually, I'm going to show you this source, which is the phone. I would do the same thing, just drag and drop like that. Okay? So that's basically what's going on. Now, as far as the audio, I've also had some questions about that. What you're hearing for the voice, and I spent a lot of time trying a good solution. My friend Chris, who you've seen on the channel, I showed him the Sling Studio, what I'm using. He invested, he has the same exact setup as far as same camera, same sling, same everything. Chris is an engineer. He helped me figure out the audio stuff. I helped him with the video stuff, and I'm wearing one right now, the microphone. I have a second one. I bought a second one for guests, and I'll show you what it is. This is a Rode, I love Rode microphone. This is a Rode pin mic. And what it is a microphone that you can pin on your shirt. So typically I wear black shirts now. So it comes in two things here, two pieces. And I think for this, it would be actually beneficial to switch to a different view. We're going to switch to the phone view so that you can see what I'm talking about. We'll do it this way. Okay, so this is the pin mic. So you got little pins here. This will go behind my shirt. This thing will go behind my shirt. You pin it through the shirt. And then on top of it, you add this little capsule. One man guy is kind of difficult to focus. You pin that in. So really, in essence, what that means is that you're getting this under the shirt, you pin it through, and then you add your capsule on top. Right? You add it on top. And I'm wearing one right now. They work great. They're very discreet. And this, the pin mic, along with everything else that you're hearing. So my guitar, my amps, backing tracks, all that stuff is plugged to my sound card, which I also upgraded. This right here, the MOTU 1248, which has a lot of inputs. You can mix in a lot of different ways. As I'm recording the video, I'm recording all of these audio sources. So, voice, guitar. If I want to track, which I'll tell you how I did that in a second. All that is going into the MOTU, and I'm recording in Logic. Now there's another feed going directly into that Sling Studio, the white thing here. But I also record in Logic because at the beginning of all my videos, I typically start with something like this. Right? I start playing like that. But my microphone, my vocal mic, is also picking up that sound. So if I record in Logic and multi-track, I can mute my vocal mic as I'm playing. And that helps. But there's also a direct feed into the Sling Studio. But that's what's happening here. And really the main thing that I've been trying to do in the last 10 years of doing YouTube videos is to maximize the workflow. I think I'm at a good space now, but really think about all the steps that I take for every single video and how can I eliminate one step, even if that step is 10 seconds. How can I do that? And that really helps when you're doing tasks like this daily. Now, a good example of that is the track that I was playing. You know, if I want to track, like if I want to, let's say I really want to hear an A. Well, I'm not just concentrating really hard until an A comes. Actually, it worked here. No, I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm going to switch to this view again. So you'll see what I see when I film, right? It's this. I'm looking at that camera there, but right underneath, what do you see? 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 That. This will control whatever I want. This was like $50 on Amazon. It's USB. And I set it up so that it's actually controlling an awesome software on my computer. So this is not going to look good, but I'll show you anyways. You'll see the glares and all that. So that's Final Cut, Logic recording, right? But there's this Transcribe button that is app that is plugged in, and that's where I have my tracks and stuff. I can loop all that and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, that's pretty much the setup. Let me switch here. Once this is done on the iPad app, I'll press stop record, and I'll just, at the end of the day, when I'm done filming my videos, I'll unplug the hard drive, plug it into my computer, export the footage, which is just one file now, you know, because all the different angles is done in real time, right? I switch there. I switch again to this weird phone view. All that is being recorded real time, so I don't have to edit anymore. I have to edit the mistakes, which there are some, especially in the teaching stuff, and that's why I go and I just cut and delete. I add the intro, which is, you know, a stock intro that I created. It's just a short video file. I'll just import that there. I'll do the outro and upload to YouTube. And the process is so much simpler now. So, yes, this comes at a cost, of course, but it's little by little. If you can do one little thing that won't cost you too much money, and you know that it's going to save you 10 seconds every day, I'd recommend doing it. That's how you kind of build, I think, a good workflow, good mental workflow. And for those who are interested in business stuff, this is kind of how I built the whole business, really maximizing the time. There's something valuable in being, I was going to say lazy, but really it's not laziness. It's just being efficient. Work on uncluttering your workspace, and it'll make a huge difference. Sometimes purchasing something that will allow you to have more time is the thing to do. You've heard it before, but it really is. Like this office space, you know, first, before renting this, it was a hard decision because you're spending more money every month, where I was working from home, but I'm much more efficient now. And so that's what goes on behind the channel. I try to apply that to everything business related. Typically, I come in on Tuesdays. My hours are kind of set now from noon to 6 p.m. from Monday to Friday. So I work afternoons, and in the mornings I hang out with my kids, and I'm working less time, but I'm more efficient. So on Tuesdays, I film my videos. I try to do 3. This is one of them. And then I hired a friend, Devin, who is editing the videos. He's editing this right now. Well, not right now because you're watching it, but weird time thing. Anyways, that's what I had for you today. I hope it answered your question. Sling Studio. I'll leave the links below. If you have any questions on the setup, let me know. Don't think that, oh man, I want to do videos, but I don't have like thousands of dollars to invest in all that. That's okay. You don't have to. Little by little, you get better. Watch my first videos, the flip cam, and those were probably the most important videos because that's what made me started. I would love to do a follow-up on this. Maybe tell you, why do I make these videos? Yes, I love making them, but I also have to make a living. How do I do that? I'd love to tell you if there's interest. Let me know below. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. This was a different kind, but typically on this channel you'll get some lessons, guitar lessons, and trying to encourage you to become who you are on the instrument and not play like everyone else, because there's something better to play, and that's what you have inside. And if you want to go a little further with the actual music side of things, check out guitarinfusion.com, where I have a free music theory course. Thank you. I will see you in a few days on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Practice well.